43.
What's going on, everybody? Anybody out there today?
Alright, we're live.
We are live.
We are live, and today we're going to be talking about our quick little Black Eyed Kids experiment, which wasn't really quick at all. I mean, quick in filming time, but not quick in the setup.
We got about 3 hours of filming time because the program that I was using only allowed for 3 hours for record time, so that's
we
not all we
didn't
got.
realize that going in either.
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry, I was trying to get my...
Alright, we got some people in chat. How's everybody doing today? We're going to talk a little bit about the experiment. We were going to record a normal video, but decided to go live and discuss this experiment. Oh, go ahead, B.
Alright, first off, we wanted to replicate Fantastic Daily's experiment. And to do that, I mean, we've already had a comment that this doesn't sound the same. Yeah. And you're right, it doesn't. And there's going to be a reason for that, and we're going to get into it. But because we tried to replicate, we had to go by what he said. And he said that he had pulled his audio from the raw audio from the other recordings. So we went and got the other recordings.
Yep, I got the recording from the child at the doorbell video and the audio from Freya's voicemail. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, I just want to say hi to Byron, Lisa, and Debbie, all in chat right now.
So I went about ripping audio from that and going through, and I did not find that frequency anywhere in that audio file that he had mentioned.
But we did find another frequency, something else that was really interesting.
I focused a lot on the video of the little girl at the door.
Yeah, the one with the, can I come in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I focused a lot on that. I'm going to bring up, I believe I still have the file on here, and I can bring up Audacity real quick to show you what we're talking about. So ignore my mouse clicks. Again, we're live. Let us know if we're having any difficulties.
Yeah, we don't go live very often because we always seem to be plagued with difficulties. We know what we're doing, we just need better equipment.
Yeah, and better internet.
Better internet's the big thing. Internet in our area is a little hard to come by.
Yeah, I'm currently looking for those files.
What Rick's going to do is he's going to pull up the raw audio files, and he's going to show you what we found in them. And we're going to show you why this is interesting. What do you guys want to ask, though, about Fantastic? Because we've been trying to keep up with his videos and form our opinions along the way.
Oh, didn't mean to play that way. Now I'm looking for my headphones.
No, the review's not always the fun, easy part, Lisa. You know, and I expected. I was like, should we even put this up? And Rick said, yeah, we don't edit. You know, that's what we do. We're open. So, and that's what we're gonna do. For the people that don't want to watch it, we are sorry. It's boring, and it doesn't look like that on our screens. It came out really black on the upload. We're not sure why. Debbie is Fantastic Daily real. Well, that's what we're gonna get to. My personal opinion, you guys already know, is no.
It's not that I necessarily think that Fantastic Daily is fake.
I think he's being fed false information.
Yes, exactly.
Because I think Fantastic himself is legitimate, and I think he really believes in what he's doing. But at the same time, he's getting all these pictures and stuff So somebody, it'd have to be it'd have to be set up. But could Freya set that all up? Or is Freya just part of the whole act? Is it just one big act?
It is possible to, because Freya is the one that I understand is both receiving the photos.
Right.
They're coming into a Dropbox account.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yes, YouTube quality is poop.
Everything goes through Freya first. Which is really interesting to me, that this little girl that has no proof and put her story up as fiction is kind of in charge of this experiment. Yeah, I'm not sure Freya's... I'm
not sure that he didn't have something happen at his house at some point.
Can you see the live chat too?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm not sure that he didn't have something happen. But as this Freya girl came on...
Yeah, it started to get weird lately, guys. And Camelin, I don't know how I'd say that, but... You saw a comment that, well, of course he's going to say he's not fake. He's trying to pass it off as real. But the problem is he contradicts himself constantly. The blurring of the face is in the first video where he blurred his face. He said he got into some hairy stuff and he was blurring his face for safety. Then later on, when he got called out on that, he did a video where he was laughing, going, it's not like I was blurring my face for safety, it was because of work. See, he contradicts himself constantly, guys, and that's something you gotta watch out for. I contradict myself at times, but I let you guys know why I contradicted myself, because sometimes I'm just wrong and I gotta fix it. But he contradicts himself a little differently.
He did stop responding to us. He sent us one message back, and then never got back to us.
Yeah, safety for work. See, it's just... I don't buy it. And there's reasons I don't buy it, and we're going to show you some of them. That's why Rick's bringing up this audio file.
Okay. The one I focused on mainly was, as we said, the one where it was the child at the door knocking, "May I come in?" Someone behind the door says something that I couldn't quite make out. It sounds to me like, yeah, we're gonna...
And just, Kate, no, we haven't we haven't reviewed the video yet.
Fully.
But as far as we know, we haven't found anything yet.
We've skimmed through it, and I haven't discovered any abnormalities on it.
There was a couple spots, but we looked at them closer, and they were other things.
I'm gonna start digging more into them with filters and equipment like that.
Debbie, I'd freak out too if my front door was open, but the problem is we never see any of these things happen. There's a camera there, but there was no person. They somehow managed to open the front door and only triggered the camera, or not triggered the camera at all? That doesn't make sense. We use trail cams. We've used them plenty of times. We live in an area where everybody uses trail cams.
Yeah.
That's just not how they work.
Kate,
it's blurred because he's a fraud. Exactly.
Kate, just a couple of inconsistencies in the video where maybe we saw something. I think I saw something blackout light at some point, but we were using very ancient equipment.
And we were in a very ancient house in the middle of nowhere with no internet. It was not a good setup.
I mean,
we got to do it better. And I would still, even though I think it's a fraud, I'd still run it better to be safe. Because if you don't look at it objectively and keep trying, then you never know for sure.
Well, so if we want to listen to this audio clip real quick, this is the... I do agree that we need to try it more than once.
Oh yeah, we're going to keep trying it, and we're going to try different audio files, different times of night, different things. Actually, something you guys probably don't know because you can't really hear it is we were doing a Ouija board session at the same time just to see if we could draw anything out.
Ouija board and EVP session. We were running an EVP recorder at the same time.
And just as far as we know so far, nothing. The EVPs we haven't had a chance to go over.
Yeah, I've been working a lot in the last week or so.
FD won't give us the audio.
As I said, I reached out to him, and he did respond to us once. I responded back to him, and I haven't received any word on neither email.
No, it's not right taking advantage of people, and that's that's our problem with it as well. And it makes legitimate research look bad.
And as many of you may know, I believe I had a BEK experience. But I just want to get to the bottom of it and see what it is.
Right, and even then, we don't know for sure.
I did see a comment in one of our earlier videos from today that...
Oh, what did he say? Oh, he at first he said he might be willing to work with us and that he was setting up a small experiment with other researchers, and he might give us the audio. And we did respond back and said, we did make videos, man. If you haven't seen them, that we were pretty harsh on you, and we haven't heard back from him since. So I think he saw our videos, and because he's not legit, he decided not to give us the audio. Because if you were legit and you wanted to prove yourself and there was somebody out there trying to debunk you and asking you to help prove yourself, you would want to help, right? You would want to prove your legitimacy, not hide. And that's another thing that kind of puts him in the fraud category for me.
I mean, and a lot of things strike me weird. I do have a personal problem with like his wife and child's face being on camera. That's just me personally.
I would never do it.
But he said he was setting up an experiment with other investigators, and there was the spiritualist that said it was wrong, and she couldn't. I believe some.
Maybe he didn't like us. That's true.
Yeah, that's possible.
But what's not to like? Come on. I like me. I kind of like Rick sometimes.
It happens. But it just struck me as odd with the spiritualist, but there's no other investigators that he's mentioning bringing in. It seems like they're rolling out at a slow rate.
And with the spiritualist, also she didn't need her face filmed all of a sudden. Isn't that why? I didn't even finish the video. As soon as I got to the part where he's like, she got here, stopped at the end of the driveway, and said that she didn't want her face filmed, I was like, I'm done. It's too much now. There's too many things that are being hidden for this to be legitimate.
Do you want to listen to this audio clip? Go ahead and let me know. If you do, I'll play it, and then I'll work on it to try to show you what I did to find this inconsistency, so to speak.
Right. And the inconsistency is, to me, it proves everything.
I mean, to me, it was pretty glaring, but I looked over it pretty hard.
Right, and then I looked over it pretty hard after he showed me. But anyway, let us play this for you real quick. Just quick.
Okay, so this is, Mike says play it, so we're going to play it. There's Audacity. Let me know if you can hear it. This is the child knocking on the door and the man answering.
Right.
So it's just the original audio.
May I come in?
Who's this?
I want to come in.
Okay.
He seemed real angry at Spiritualist. We got to get to the audio, but I think maybe we should play the Spiritualist video because I haven't watched the whole thing. Let's do that in a few minutes.
Okay, if we have time. I got to work today, so...
Yeah, so we have limited time, but we're going to try and get this done. But that was the original audio.
Could you guys hear that? I'm just making sure everything is coming out right. He did, like Brandon said, he did seem really angry. I watched a good chunk of the video.
Sorry, I'm going to plug in a monitor.
But... Oh, that's somebody coming in. Sorry about that.
Sorry about the door.
You can hear the audio good. So that was the child at the door. May I come in? I want to come in. So what I did is I changed the spectrum. Well, I changed to the spectrum view, so you can see. Let me know if you can see where my mouse points on here. You can see.
I want to let everybody know as well. There's about a 6-second delay.
Okay. You can see in this area here where I have it highlighted, and this area here, which are the child's voice. This area here is the gentleman that is behind the door, I'm presuming. So, what I did is I started messing around with the rates that things go. I was zooming in. And I'm trying to find it. I should have saved everything a little better. I went to noise reduction. Got noise profile. Do we have any comments?
No, everybody's watching.
Okay. So, I'm trying to find this. I did it the whole thing. Man.
Yeah, he's just kind of trying to show you. We're doing it the quick way, but we're trying to show you where this doesn't add up and where this other signal came from.
Okay. Oops. Sorry.
Kate, we're gonna try to explain it to you a little bit. We're just showing you the process right now.
Okay. Here is the audio from her or him. I think it's a girl's voice. Then over here is the audio from the gentleman that opened the door, that was at the door, behind the door. Then you scroll back down, and here's her audio again. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and if you notice, there are patterns.
That's right, Chris. Isolating the sound to find the BEK voice.
Yep. If you notice, their patterns are not the same at all. Here is a this voice is in a complete different spectrum, and the way it presents itself. It presents itself with the background noise of the crickets that you hear.
Right.
You can see that with the supposed BEK on this part. That doesn't overlay with the crickets, and if this person was outside, it would have more overlay with the crickets.
Well, not only that, when you really break it down and get into the pattern, you can see where it looks like it was just laid on top of the other audio file. And the first thing I said when I heard that recording was, I recognize that voice.
Yeah, Brandon's been saying he recognized that voice all along.
And I think I recognize that voice because I saw another YouTube video at one point, creepypasta or something, and that was part of the narration. I know it. Because we did so much research.
I believe I slowed it down some. I changed the pitch so take out as much of the crickets as possible. If you notice on the BEK's voice, or what is supposed to be BEK, it completely looks like an audio file has been laid over.
Yeah, Byron. He definitely copy and pasted the audio file.
That's what it looks like to us. I can't guarantee that that's what it is, but that is what it looks like to us.
I mean, that sound doesn't look like it's part of the rest of the recording.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
That whole file.
The way it's broken down, it doesn't look like it belongs there.
And like I said, I recognize that voice.
It's a foreign element.
I'm gonna be searching. As soon as I find the video that voice came from, you guys will know. I know I've heard it. Maybe I'll go back through my YouTube history and just watch everything on Black Eyed Children I've ever watched. That could be a long process.
Right, but it is something that has been heard before by at least Brandon. I've probably heard it, but I just don't recognize it.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, guys, I research BEKs and the Mandela effect and other strange things all day long, like 12 hours a day. So, chances are, if you use evidence from somewhere else, I've seen it.
I mean, what is your guys' opinion of what I just showed you?
Yeah, I mean, do you guys agree?
Do you agree with it?
You guys are into him? Well, I mean, yeah, kinda.
It's good to have a arch nemesis.
Yeah. No, this isn't completely debunking that it was overlaid, but this just goes to show how many inconsistencies are in his story. He says this is the audio file, but it's not. I mean, if it's added to something else, it's not the audio file.
Chris, this audio is from the video that Fantastic Daily posted of the child knocking on the door. I can find that video real quick. Okay, yeah, we're on to him. But still, arch nemesis are good.
Should we bring up the spiritualist video?
No, I don't want to watch. I'm just trying to. I was going to link them.
Okay, we'll just link it. And I mean, a lot of guys are like, if he's an actor, then he should win an award, and if he's this, and I'm like, come on, guys, I can do the same thing.
Yeah, Chris, it's one of his older ones from I think maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna bring it up. I'll post it in the chat.
And I mean, when it comes right down to it, guys, there's always a chance we could just be wrong.
Yeah, it's highly possible we could be wrong.
I don't think we are. I mean, I'm not to toot my own horn, but I'm a fairly intelligent man. I'm actually very intelligent, and puzzles are my thing, and research is like a big puzzle. When there's a mystery, it's a puzzle, and I have to put it together. I feel compelled to, it's the way my brain works.
Yeah.
And this puzzle, when I'm putting it together, it doesn't go together the way it should, and that tells me there's something wrong.
I believe this is the one we're looking for.
We'll get proof. It might be a little while longer, but we'll have proof at some point. I know we'll find it. I mean, it's proof enough to me that there's no evidence of anything he's saying anywhere. Just follow the money.
Right?
Yeah.
Follow a post. He knows.
Chris, maybe you might be right. That's possible. That is completely possible. But that is the audio we used for the experiment.
Was this a black-eyed kid?
So whether we thought it was real or not, we still used it and we still did the experiment. Like I said, we're still trying to be objective. Whether we think it's real or not, we're still doing it.
We will.
Yeah, we're not
infuriated, but determined to find.
Marcia, I want him to be real too. Because, I mean, for us, discovering what the black-eyed kids are and what it means, that's a big deal. There's reasons we want to know this. It's not just research anymore. It goes beyond that. Yeah, the missing person story was...
I looked for any missing persons in that, like, that fit any of that situation. If her real name is Freya, which apparently it is.
The goddess Freya? I mean, it's spelled different, I guess.
I mean, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find anything on these kids in Manchester, England, anywhere. And I'm pretty good at researching when I have to.
And I Google image searched Freya and couldn't find her anywhere. And if she works for the forest department or something, it seems like she'd have a picture somewhere that would match. But then again, Google image search isn't perfect.
Yeah. Mike, you said you know he's real. How do you know he's real?
Yeah, I mean, if you know, I'd like to know.
Yeah.
I mean, because I want him to be real. I just don't think he is.
Now, the sound I did use was from the same video.
She says college, right. But if she's in college, then her ID at the college would have her picture on it, and she'd have a state ID. She'd be in some sort of federal database. I should have found something about her, and I couldn't find anything.
And what I did find was down near the end of the video. It's right here, I believe.
Marcia, if it's really happening, then yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Now, I believe the BEKs themselves, I believe there's probably something going on there. Most people think it's an urban legend and it started in the 90s or whatever. But that's not true. They've been sighted for hundreds of years. Their story's going back a long ways. But, I mean, FD's out in the middle of nowhere. Let's be honest, how would they even have heard that signal? It can't be that loud. He says there's nothing for miles around him. Why would they even be out there to begin with to hear it? They would have to be within probably 10, 15 miles to hear that signal. If that's assuming they have, like, supernatural ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It does kind of look like the signal he shows, but those markers that he points out, I couldn't find them.
Right. Yeah, they're not there.
But this is the one part of the video, I believe, yeah, it's right in here. I don't have it set up the way I have it on the video right now.
And Kate, we did that from the raw audio, so you can see we went through the same process he says he's going through.
Because looking for stuff, I slowed it down. I didn't mess with any sounds.
Chris, that's true, because we don't know what they are. So it could be something like that. And like I said, we are objective about this. We want to look at it from both sides.
I completely believe in the BEK, as most of you know.
Mike, that's not exactly true, because if you know anything about how those cameras work, or anything like that, you can fake the same things. It's actually not even that difficult.
Even if it's not him.
And plus, we don't know that. Freya's getting the pictures first, and we've seen at least one picture that was overlapped with another picture.
Yeah, I'd like to...
You know...
It's...
Yeah, I agree. If you're part of a missing persons case, there should be stuff everywhere. They'd be looking for this girl. She claims not even the parents are looking for her. Come on.
How would you fake a photograph? It can take, if you have the right plan and have it set up right, you can easily you
know more than anybody, Mike.
You can easily overlay a photo onto another photo in a matter of seconds if you have it set up before. And I mean, you get a timestamp photo, hit it.
Yeah, Byron, I actually checked the dark web as well. Nothing on there. And if I can't find it, if we can't find it on the dark web, which is the real web, you're not going to find it anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, she could be a graphic design student. I know graphic designers; they could do it in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, yeah, but it's not just that. You can just set it up in the field,
and I can sit here and add an audio file to what you're looking at and splice it in. And you'd be able, if you're not paying attention to when you're listening to it, you wouldn't be able to tell.
You wouldn't have a clue. These things aren't hard to fake, and that's the problem. Most of the evidence we see nowadays is fake for views, and it's getting on my nerves, man.
I'm not positive on the Dero thing. Kate, it looks like every time I see that he has
I don't know what Dero is.
Yeah. Every time he says he has photos, he says Freya wakes him up and sends them to him.
Right.
Being like, you gotta look at this. You gotta look at this. That's why we're assuming that she gets them first.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Dero is either, if I'm saying that right, Victor. But I do have a theory about what I think the BEK might be, and I don't know if I'm going to go over that now or if we're going to do another video.
And I don't necessarily agree with Rick's theory, but it's a good theory, and I have my own theories. And that's the thing. We don't have to agree because we're looking at it objectively and trying to find the truth.
And when it comes down to any of it, it's just personal opinion because we don't have any facts right now. Honestly, I think why his videos are popping off as much as they are is because this is the first time people are, quotations, catching evidence of these BEK. So people are jumping all over it.
Right, and Debbie and Mike are right here. The missing time thing is BS. I could do that too, just cam at a clock, boom. And that's not just with that. He keeps showing his heartbeat elevated, but he doesn't actually show his heartbeat elevated. He shows a graph that says my heartbeat was this on these days. Come the fuck on. I'm sorry. But I mean, yeah, like Mike says, it's basic digital fuckery.
Yeah.
I mean that's a good way to put it.
And I'm going to continue saying that I'm not sure if Fantastic Daily is the one that is faking all of this,
or if it's Freya, or if it's both of them.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but there is some inconsistencies, some stuff that just can't be explained, some stuff that you got to look at objectively. You just can't take everything as is, especially on the internet. People lie about stuff all the time.
And there's a reason to lie about things. There's money involved. There's not a lot of money involved. I don't see the point. I mean, I guess he could be making a little bit of money from... His videos are pretty popular right now.
Mike Blake, we were talking about... I believe Brandon was mentioning Mike Wonder, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, he said it's basic digital fuckery, Mike Wonder. Byron, I think it's both. Yeah.
I mean, it very well could be both of them. It very well could be. We're going to start reading some of these BEK stories that have been sent to us in our email.
Yeah, guys,
we've got a wonderful response from these videos,
and we just haven't had a lot of time. Rick has gotten a new job, and he lives an hour away now. So getting together has been a little tougher.
Yeah, but we're working on that. But
Kate, I understand that this is blah, but when you want to prove something's real or fake, this is the stuff you have to go through. To look at it actually objectively, you have to take your time, you have to slow down, and you have to look at everything individually, and you have to try to recreate it. Because if it can't be recreated, then it can't be real. And that's just... If somebody can do it once, it can be done again. That's science. And there's no science involved in what's going on now.
Yeah, it looks like she's reading it. There's... and it sounds like she's reading it. Sorry, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, probably Mike Wonder. I mean, I'm so upset about his child being on his video.
Okay.
Everything is guesses at this point. We can't... without doing more investigations and having more evidence given to us to overlook from him, we can't prove him wrong. He's not showing us... He's not giving anybody any evidence. He's not... sharing it with people that want to either help or prove him wrong.
Okay, it is guesses. You form a hypothesis and then you test. That's the scientific method. And a hypothesis is a guess, but it's an informed guess. It's an educated guess. We have these guesses because we've been educated in these processes for years.
Kumela just said it's a hypothesis.
Right.
He did say he would work with us, but then he didn't respond to us anymore.
Correct. So
I gave him our email address.
We've reached out to him. We want to work with him. We want to prove him real, not fake. We want it to be real.
But he's got to let somebody overlook these audio files and these pictures that isn't directly involved with him.
Right. Everything he's doing... See, I've studied psychology a lot. I understand the way the human brain works. And everything he's doing screams that something is being hidden. It doesn't necessarily scream falsehood, but that he's hiding something. And if he's hiding something, that's still falsehood.
Chris, yes, we are willing to use any other type of lures. I'm willing to try anything that will let me try to lure these things in because I want to get to the bottom of it. Mike Blake, I'm not sure what Fantastic might have said that would prove him real to you.
Huh. I don't know. The light in the door slam, that's not reported in any of the reports.
I agree, Maria. Leaving the wife and kid alone.
The thing hidden is sharing signal. But that's the point, Kate. Yes, he said he's not sharing it for safety reasons because that's a cop-out. A real researcher, if they're going to take if they're not going to take their wife and their child's safety into consideration, why are they going to take the random people on the internet's safety into consideration? That's another red flag.
Yeah, and Victor, that kind of goes along with what my theory is on what the BEK are. That'll be a different episode, I'm assuming, because I'm going to run out of time here soon.
Right. Yeah, Rick's got to get to work today. But yeah, the things he says, they make sense if you just listen to him superficially. But when you listen to him objectively and then you step back and you look at the whole picture, they don't add up.
Byron, I would agree. I would love him to find a way to live stream from his property. We're gonna.
I would go out there if I could make it.
Yeah,
I'd go out and help him. This would be amazing.
One of the next times we do this, we're going to try to live stream it. Just depends on where we're at.
And them eating souls is interesting.
But like I said, it kind of runs in with my theory.
Yeah, it does a little bit. I mean, well, kind of. My theory is different than yours, but kind of the same thing. Yeah. It would involve souls.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I guys, if you guys are sub to his channel, go ask him to do a live stream. See if he'll do it.
Yeah, and William, he says he's scared, but he keeps putting his family in danger. That's another red flag. If your door is getting open at night and you think there's people all over your property and you're in the middle of nowhere and you're not there, stop.
Yeah. And yes, Kate, we will have more lights and no more black screens. Do you guys want us to put more of this investigation up?
Because some people seem to really
some people
hate
aren't happy with it.
We were just being transparent. People wanted to see it.
Yeah, we want a transparency in our investigation, anything we do. But if you guys don't want us to put the rest of these up, we won't.
Right. But no, our setup was, with Rick working, honestly, it was rushed.
Yeah. It
was rushed.
I got out of work late that night.
We forgot batteries for my HD camera, so we ended up having to use the webcam on the computer. It was awful. And no internet, so we couldn't do anything to fix anything up.
Mike Blake, just because a door can slam, and what if somebody was standing behind that door? And you couldn't see the inside of the house.
Because yeah, there was the sound contamination. There's a lot of animals in the house. Plus, we were in the background doing a Ouija board session.
Yeah.
We were just trying to bring energy in.
Yeah, it was pretty bad quality, and I hated to put it up.
Yeah, I didn't want him to, but like I said, we're so transparent. Even though we may be wrong here, we want you guys to see that we ourselves are completely open about everything. We want a group that's open and honest about this stuff so we can figure it out.
I will literally live stream the way I go through audio and video.
Well, actually, we're looking at getting a 360 camera. Now, if we do that, you'd never be able to hide anything from a 360 camera. So you guys will always see everything.
And William, I used to be a security guard, so I get it.
I've been a security guard as well. I worked for the same company as Rick, as a matter of fact. We only test run for 3 hours, but that was because we didn't realize the program we were using had a 3-hour limit. Like I said, we couldn't get anything new. We were in the middle of nowhere. We tried it the same way he tried it. We found a place in the middle of nowhere, and we sent the signal.
Well, we didn't really find a place. Let's be truthful. It was my house.
Yeah, it was your house, but it's still in the middle of nowhere.
It's in the middle of nowhere. It's old. It's like 121 years old. Mike Blake, buddy.
If that's your opinion, that's your opinion. I don't know what would make you smart enough to judge how smart we are. You know, I don't know what your qualifications are.
We're just looking
whatever.
We're looking at things and trying to figure them out, giving a new view on them that other people aren't doing. We're trying to show everything that we are doing.
And I mean, I don't like having my intelligence insulted, man. I have one of the highest scores in U.S. history on the ASVABs. My IQ is fairly high.
But we're not trying to get into an argument here, so let's all be civil.
I'll be civil, but I mean, you have no idea who you're actually talking to, Mike. I'm just saying.
Come on, guys.
I've researched UFOs for 20 years.
UFOs, and people aren't interested in them.
We don't give views on them,
and it's not about the views. It's more trying to look at things.
Right. We need to have people
interested in
discussing.
what we're doing.
Otherwise, there's no point. The whole point is to get a discussion going.
Yeah, I agree. We have saged the house after. We have saged the house after we did the Ouija board and the session.
No, Chris. The Ouija board was not a good idea, especially since I made it myself. But
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Right on scene. A 360 camera with that lure, you wouldn't be able to hide it. And 360 cameras film in HD, but from what I understand, they do not have night vision.
right, so you'd need IR lights
Yeah,
or
something to illuminate. We do plan on live streaming at my house. I live so far out in the boondocks.
he can't get
I
internet.
can't get internet.
There are still people in the world that can't get internet, guys. I think they're able to leave the kid. See, Marcia, I'm more in the demon realm myself on this, but I'm not sure exactly, because I've had experiences with demonic entities, and they were nothing like black-eyed kids. I mean, except for the eyes. But that's what has me searching.
Kate, when we did our test, it was done the same way FD did it, with the camera on our laptop, out the window.
That's the same way he did his first test.
Audio file playing outside. That is the exact same way we did it.
Yep, we did it. We replicated his first test.
I just didn't have the lighting outside as he had at his
and
house.
we will be replicating his other test as we go.
Yeah.
But we need equipment for some of it.
Yeah.
We don't have trail cams anymore.
I could probably get a hold of a couple.
Right. I mean, I have access to them still,
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah, longer than 3 hours, no doubt.
Yeah, like I said, I'm working on getting better equipment to record with. I was working on that today. I want to lure a black-eyed kid. I want to catch one, not like hug it and stuff, but
Oh, I mean, no, I want to catch. I'll hug it and stuff. I'll put my arms right around it and hold it in place till we can tie it up, man. I want to know what they are. And Marcia, the government could, I mean, if he's legit and this is real information and the government knows, yeah, they could absolutely be mad.
Mike Blake, as far as deeply researching the BEK, it was last year.
Yeah, I mean, we're just getting into it.
No, we don't
I
want
mean-
views, Kate. That's why we posted the videos of the investigation. We don't want views. We want everybody to see what we're doing.
Right, we want people, the more people that see it, the more people discuss it. And we want discussion so that we can uncover more. The more stories we get, the more experiences we get, the more we learn. And the more we find out what seems to be real, what adds up and what doesn't. You have to collect these things. You have to analyze them. You have to go over them. Your vids... Yeah, Chris, you're right. I mean, we are on the right track.
UFOs are... I'm interested in everything paranormal. Let's clear that up. I love the paranormal. And UFOs, I may have... Mike, that's great. I applaud your 5 years of BEK research, and I hope you found something. But cases I've researched haven't shown doors being opened and closed.
And we haven't researched every case.
Yeah.
We said we could be wrong. We've
Yeah.
been saying that the whole time. So there's no need to even argue about it. We're giving you our opinion.
And it's not that we're tearing FD apart. We're more tearing the videos apart and trying to get to the bottom of everything. And we'll do it to any video or anything you guys want. I mean...
Yeah, it doesn't have to be FD. FD just... We've watched it for so long. We've been trying to find the evidence of the kid getting arrested since he put that video up.
8 months ago at this point?
Yeah. So we've been looking into FD's black-eyed kids alone for that long.
And that was right around the time that I had my experience.
Right.
William, we have looked at... I've searched as far as I can to find...
There's
info
nothing
on these BEK's arrests, the BEK escaping, and we haven't found anything.
Yeah, there's no mention of it anywhere. The arrest, we can't find the surveillance footage. We can't find anything.
I don't think that they're interdimensional beings.
Well, I do. In the fact that I think there's some sort of demonic entity which is interdimensional. It doesn't exist on this plane all the time. It exists somewhere else. And then it comes to this plane. I believe they are. Rick doesn't.
I believe they are something more spiritual.
But that would be interdimensional.
And let me clear this up. I am not that religious of a person. And Light Unseen, yeah, a video, great a face pic would be nice. And that's what we're trying to do. We forgot to stand in front of our cameras to show that you could see us outside the window if anything showed up. That was our bad.
We did do the test. And when we
record it,
you could see us. I mean,
you could see the white of our eye.
But when I put my hoodie up, I look like a black-eyed kid.
Yeah.
It's not even hard to... I mean, we'll do that for you next time we do it.
Yeah,
we'll show you guys.
We're learning...
Yeah, yes, black video, we know. We know. It's not black for everyone, and it's not black on our screen, but we do know that it seems to be coming out black.
How quality the video is. It looks black because, as I said, I don't have the same light
lighting
outside
was
the
awful.
house. I only have one light, and it seems like he has more than one light outside.
The lighting was just bad. I mean, that's just... There's nothing more to it, really. We just screwed up the lighting. Well, we didn't really screw it up. We just didn't have access to more.
What's your one aspect, Mike?
Yeah, Mike, I'll listen.
I mean, that's why we're doing this live, because we can get your feedback while we're doing things.
The way the kid moves away.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about it? To me, it looks like he or she is talking to someone over to the side of the house. That's what it looked like to me. Or it saw something.
Exactly like a gray alien. Thank you, William. You see what we're doing. I appreciate that. Because that's exactly what we're doing. We didn't start off to attack anyone. And, like, I mean, I'd have to look more into the UFO connection. I just don't believe it's a UFO connection.
You're fine, Chameleon.
But I could be wrong. And that's what I'm saying. I could be wrong, but you all have... Anybody that's disagreeing also has to accept that you could also be wrong. We could all be wrong. And that's why we're deconstructing the research, like William said.
I mean, it's not that we did the signal wrong. Okay, it's that my lighting wasn't right. The signal that he found wasn't in there where I looked for it. I couldn't find it at all, that exact same signal.
Yeah, because I don't think there's UFO connection here either. They just... I mean, I haven't studied them as deeply as Mike, and I will say that, absolutely, he's obviously got more knowledge than I do on the subject. But from my personal experiences with other things I've experienced in my past personally, things that have happened to me, I don't believe they're UFOs.
But I'll go deeper into why I believe this, but I believe that there's some sort of soul collector, either from hell or heaven, I'm not sure which.
We are going to use the same audio next time from the video where he did it the first time, but we wanted to try and find that signal the same way he said he found it.
Yeah, we wanted to go in the way he went in, try to find that
That's
signal.
why we showed you what we showed you.
He did say that the signal that he plays in his videos is masked and not the actual signal he uses.
Right, and our William,
safety.
I have not seen one picture that I believe is a legit BEK. Not one. Aliens, demons, etc. are all deceptions from Satan. You know, that's actually kind of where I've been going with everything, our William.
It's very possible that they have
Lisa,
They have been. It's very possible that they have been picked up by adults in cars. I mean, there's many theories. Like I said, there's lots of things. I've read many things about them being picked up, but I've also read many where there were no evidence of them being picked up.
Mike, I'll have to check out the 1245 photo. My problem with checking out the photos is that right now I'm leaning towards him not being false, and it's getting harder for me to be objective. But I'm still trying. I will check it out, Mike. These stories where the eyewitness say have picked
Yeah, I was just talking about that.
Yeah, that's weird to me. But there was a couple stories like that. One where they let them in the house even.
Yeah. Yeah, we did read. Then they said all parents are here and they left.
Yeah, just Kate. There are two signals. We're trying a bunch of different configurations. That first one, like I said, that was just a test run.
Yeah, we're just testing things right now, trying to get everything right.
How many of you are at work? Lisa, William.
I don't know, but I have to go to work soon.
Same photo, foreground shows it. That's interesting, Mike. If that's there, that's something interesting to look at, and it's something I missed. I do appreciate the input.
William,
she's at work too.
William, I would love to retell it. I literally don't have the time right now because I've got to leave for work soon.
Yeah, William, we actually have our very first video was Rick telling about his experience. That was about a year ago. If you go back, it'd be good to listen to. That was the morning after, so his emotion's still pretty raw in it.
Like it was really, really rough for me.
Thanks, Mike. We are cool. I mean, I actually like that kind of back and forth discussion.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I'm just happy to.
And we can jab at each other. That's cool.
Brandon jabs at me all the time.
Constantly. Sounds travel at different rates depending on time of day. The shut off could still be heard. That's true, William. I didn't think of that. Yeah.
I will say that the audio did play all night long. It was still playing when I got out of bed.
Right, yeah. We played the audio all night. The recording stopped.
And I did, the recordings we have did encompass the entire 3 o'clock hour. So...
Lisa, I am performing heart surgery. If you're performing heart surgery and watching us, then we love you.
Right?
You're amazing. Come work for us. Oh, man.
Mike, that's fine.
Yeah, Mike.
We've only been around for about a year.
And we've been researching, though, for our whole lives. Into the paranormal. Mostly into the paranormal, not the UFO. And that's mostly because we've both had paranormal encounters. Very deep paranormal encounters that have changed us.
But yeah, the very first video we have is my telling of the BEK story. I told it a second time that night. Smoking. Never mind. I did tell it a second time that night on our other when we did the MonsterCast at Fanboys Cafe. Yeah, that was, like I said, that was our first video, and it was
bad. Bad quality.
Yeah.
And just Kate, why do we believe
us learning?
Right. Why do we believe yours or FD's same thing? That's exactly what we're telling you guys. You have to be objective. We believe one thing, he's saying another, but you have to step back and look at it objectively and make your own decisions. That's why it's good that you're on our channel and his channel, because that means you're intelligent enough to be looking at both sides. And that's what we need. We need people that are looking at both sides.
Yeah. And we're not putting out evidence saying this is what this is. We're
putting evidence out saying this is why we believe this.
And this is what we found.
Right.
His property is astral and the veil could be thinner and the ghosts are showing through. That could be a possibility. I mean...
We don't discount anything.
Is his house on, like, ley lines or anything like that?
That would be good to know.
Is there a specific time when these things...
Oh, no, we're not trolling.
No, we're definitely not trolling.
If you look at our other videos, you can see we've only done a few on him, and we've done a bunch of discussions. I think we tore apart Third Phase of Moon once because they were saying a dead monkey was an alien.
William, if everybody wants me to, I will go through and retell the video. We'll redo it again. just so we can get a better
Leslie
sound
will
quality.
work for us all. When we get our stuff going, we'll have recruits, man.
Right?
William, yeah, that's a good idea. We should remaster that, retell it. The only thing that sucks is, I mean, there will obviously still be emotion there, but he was so raw that day, so hurt, that the story comes out differently. He was so scared that day, man. I've never seen Rick that way.
There is a lot we don't know, Mike, and it is a scary situation, and we've been live for an hour.
Have we really?
Yeah.
Well, this has been a good discussion. This isn't what we planned to do, but we got enough discussion. I like this, guys. If you guys like us going live and just talking like this, you got to let us know, because we can do it more often. We just need to know good times.
I love graphic designers.
Yeah, no doubt.
We'll get in touch with you guys if we do need anything, because
we suck at graphic design. I mean, we know the techniques, we know how to deconstruct it, but putting it together,
our videos are not exactly beautiful.
Right, right.
We are looking to try to make a new logo for us.
Right.
Something a little better.
And we want to do some other things that are still like I want to use a drone for my stories.
Yeah, we're gonna start touching on a lot more things. Anything? Is there anything you guys want us to look at?
Just no more black screens. We'll try. We'll try really hard for you, as long as you keep watching.
Leslie, unfortunately, we had a very low quality low quality cam that night. So,
because I brought dead batteries.
Yeah, so they did not have night vision. They weren't very good quality, and that was pretty bad.
Yeah, I saw that you had like 3 vids up, and I was going to check them out when I got a chance. I think they were unboxing vids.
Were they?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so. Yeah, so I did check it out, and I will actually be viewing them.
Yeah.
I try to check everybody out. Anybody that puts up videos that follows us, I try to check them out too.
Yay, we got friends!
Yay!
You guys can go ahead, and if you're interested in helping us out, that's great. Just get in contact with us. Like
William, you're right. Yeah, sorry, we keep interrupting because we're trying to answer questions. The emotions probably will come back out. He doesn't like talking about it. It's funny.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Hi, baby. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't see Kim. Okay. Mike, if the signal's in your house, it's not.
The signal was actually played outside the house, to be honest.
And it's not my house.
Yeah, it's my house, thanks.
But yeah, there is a safety concern. We've actually gone through and salted the windows and the doors. We've taken supernatural precautions and natural precautions.
Yeah. All our doors were locked.
We even salted around the heater vents and stuff.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I mean,
he has been doing it away from his house. Kind of. He started at his house. He's doing the signal away from his house now, but he still has cameras on his porch that are worthless because they don't catch the person opening the door. But they're there. He's still trying to bring it to his house.
Yes, Sonny, it was our house. And yes, Sage. We have Sage for the house.
Late on scene, I wish we could do something with you. If you have those kind of cameras, man, we could do a nice experiment. He's doing stuff backwards.
Flashlight and a baseball bat in case it's aliens. And if you're an M. Night Shyamalan fan, a glass of water.
I'm in Kansas, but I'm willing to help. Oh, man. Sound is energy. Everything creates energy. Oh, no, Marcia, I agree. I'm very deep into that side of things. And I'll tell my stories, too, at some point. My stories are a little more rough than Rick's.
Yeah. Honey, we have a baseball bat in the car. And a taser.
Swing away, Meryl. Oh, man.
Yeah, but if what is there more things that you guys want us to touch on? Anything you want us to look into, research? What would interest you guys for stuff that we could do more of? If That's actually something Brandon was thinking, Byron, that Freya was actually FD's wife at one point.
I suggested that. I suggested that the pregnant woman was an actor, or an actress. And, you know, I'm still kind of... He seems to talk to Freya a little more freely than he talks to his wife, even. Like, the tone is different. So, you never know.
Mike once killed a guy with a baseball bat.
Nice.
Agree.
Nice. Did you mount it? I would have hung it in my living room, man.
Lisa, I actually agree with what you're saying, because we had been researching BEK for over a week when, like, deep researching when I had my experience.
R. William, yeah, the him talking to Freya all the time. I've brought up that seems a little strange, and then she's gonna come out and help, and his wife's excited. I don't believe that his wife would be excited about a young, pretty girl coming out to help while she's pregnant with twins.
We're not.
No, just kidding. We're just going through theories.
I don't know if I've watched that episode of Ghost Adventures, Chris.
No, I don't think I've watched it either. I'll have to check it out.
Like, her posted the first mention of her video.
It's too cold in Finland.
The first mention of her stuff was on Reddit, on a Reddit post, in the no sleep category. So it just screams creepypasta.
Right. I mean, she posted her story the same day the first video came up with her story, and she put it in a fiction section.
Yeah.
She posted her story in fiction, and she wrote it like fiction. Oh, she was dancing, and it was so free. Yeah.
I'm not sure if shadow people and BEK are the same thing.
I don't think they are, but, you know.
It is a possibility, but I don't get the fear from shadow people as I do from BEK.
No, there were several. That one was in my house. I snapped one's neck on a ship. Don't have that one either. Mike, you gotta start keeping these things. I collect gray skulls. Castle of Gray Skull, anyway.
Yeah. What link? I posted it in chat, Kate. The one where we pulled the audio from? Yeah, I did post that in chat up above. I'll throw a link in the description down below when this finishes up.
And it might have gotten lost in chat, man.
Yeah,
We've had a lot of comments.
We've been talking a bit. Nobody's answered what you guys want us to talk about, other than BEKs.
BEK scared me more than any alien. Absolutely, Mike.
I didn't post the
I agree.
address. I thought I had. That might have been on me.
Oh, sorry, guys. We thought we had that up there. And you need to call us out, because if you don't call us out, we're not going to get better, and we want to get better.
Victor, we don't know about Dero, if we're saying that right. Is that... we're in the east coast of the United States, Chris. What can you tell us about Dero, Victor?
Yeah, that's not the first time it's been mentioned, and we don't know anything about it. It's something we'd have to look into.
Is it a demonic being? Anything like that?
Video on missing 411.
Y'all are throwing stuff at us we don't know.
I'm glad, though,
Yeah.
because that gives us stuff to... We love researching. We love finding answers. We love theorizing, hypothesizing, testing. We love putting the scientific method into action if we can. We can't always do it. Sometimes it's just roughing it.
Leslie, if they did run cold, that would mean that they're not humanistic.
Infrared cameras put it... Oh, infrared or full spectrum would be nice too,
Yeah,
Leslie.
full spectrum would be beautiful.
I'd love to see somebody hack one of those 360 cameras for full spectrum.
Yeah, that'd be beautiful. That'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Victor, we'll look into it. I mean, if it's something people want to hear, and Byron will look into that too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Schaefer Mysteries from the 50s.
And Byron says we would love missing 411, so that's something we'll have to look at. No internet.
Yeah, Brandon said that a lot of people are saying that he's cheating on his wife with this. It does get people to watch. It adds drama.
Yeah, and that's drama's what it. I mean, let's be honest. We didn't want drama, but some of you guys are watching this because of drama.
Yeah.
People like drama. We're not trying to create it. We're just trying to show what we think. But we do understand why some of you are watching it.
Chris says he has psychic abilities, and his curiosity has had him trying to communicate with BEK. Do us or anybody we know have any psychic abilities?
Well, Chris, I believe everybody has psychic abilities.
To an extent.
To an extent. I believe we all have brain capacity that we can't use. Now, I've never attempted to do that. I've done meditation. I've tried astral travel. I've tried scrying. I've done anything occult you can think of. I've probably tried it. I've done demonic summoning rituals from the Lesser Keys of Solomon. That's not good, but I've done it because how do you know something works if you don't try it?
Yeah.
But the psychic thing, I don't know. I have little flashes sometimes that I'm like, oh, maybe I'm psychic, but I've never really... I haven't had time to delve into it with everything else. I mean, Easton, and I know there, and so... I have this, I can hear things.
Yeah, we're looking at worship. A FLIR would be beautiful. Like there's no that'd be amazing to have a thermal imager to catch them.
Oh, psychic vampire.
So that's something I said in one of the previous videos of us talking about it, I think earlier in our...
But I think a lot of people are psychic vampires and don't realize it. They just seem to sap the energy from the room for themselves.
Yeah. Well, a FLIR is a thermal imaging camera.
It shows colors for temperature.
You see how the audio is on the screen? That's kind of how a thermal imager will show up, and you'd be able to see the heat signatures from whatever's there, whether it's inanimate or not.
You'd know if it was the same temperature as a human.
Yeah.
Or roughly the same temperature.
Or something with a heat signature over there, something with a cold signature over there.
Missing 411 book hunters. He theorizes it's in a phys.
We'll definitely look into that, Mike. I mean, we want to look into anything, so whatever you guys are interested in. I mean, I'm sure it'll interest us.
Right, yeah. We love it.
Yeah, anything paranormally, supernatural, doesn't have to be ghosts. If you find ghost videos that you want us to look at, send them our way. We'll look at them.
All right, and so did you guys want the rest of the black screen?
Yeah. No, you guys want us to put
I think that's a no.
I mean, I think somebody said that they wanted them up.
Right, somebody did say they wanted it, but a lot of people say they don't, so should we delete them? We're getting a lot of nasty comments.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep those two up, just so people can look over them, and if people want more, they can let us know. I do have it all sectioned up, so if you want to look through it, I'm more than willing to send you the raw file of what we recorded, the whole 3 hours.
And William said, I've noticed that the veil is thin myself. I've seen a lot more lately. It's been nasty. And I agree. We've been talking about it for about a year now.
Yeah, there's been so much more activity.
UFO, paranormal, you name it. Everything's picking up, and it seems to point to something.
Chris, believe it or not, and this is something I wanted to get in contact with FD about, the same day he put that video before he put it up, I had about a half an hour of missing time. So,
oh, Mike, the Mandela effect has been killing me.
Wait, where we...
Mike said the Mandela effect hit him.
Effect. Don't get me... sorry.
I truly believe... I've seen things flip-flop now. So once you've seen things flip-flop, you know it's real. It can't not be real anymore when you've watched it go back and forth and you've been researching it on a day-to-day basis. And it's freaking me out.
Marcia, if you ever want to discuss things you see and stuff like that, we're more than willing to have you on the show to discuss them.
I'm going to put the email in here quick.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, I'm going to link our email. So if you guys want to talk about anything else, you can.
We're going to...
Mike, you think you're switching dimensions constantly? You know, we might be. It feels like it sometimes. I actually woke up yesterday, and I was like, man, did we shift dimensions again? And then I started seeing people reporting new Mandelas. And I'm like, and now, is it confabulation? Like, I start doubting myself when I think that.
Like,
But
I had a breakdown the other day.
But I do believe that we are switching. And, I mean, I keep wanting to switch into a dimension where I never had back surgery because I never needed it. You know, but it's not happening.
And I'm kind of starting to draw on a theory myself on the Mandela effect of what it could be. But...
my theory is long and involved and involves all the other paranormal stuff going on, so you guys are going to need days to sit here and listen to it live, probably.
Yeah. I did watch the 11/22/63. I believe that's the title of the show, because I love
the Flashpoint Paradox. Is that what we're talking about?
Did we just switch over to Batman?
The Flash.
And Batman.
And Batman, yeah, he was in it.
Mandela to affect his bank account.
Oh, that'd be nice. Wake up a millionaire. Billionaire.
Yeah, right. But what was I saying? Oh, 11/22/63.
Victor, yeah, that's crazy. Sorry.
But it was a book, and I loved the book about going back in time to stop the Kennedy assassination. And I watched it diligently, and it follows everything that is current in the JFK timeline.
Right. And Leslie,
if we go live, we're more than happy to have anybody call in on Skype. You just gotta, I gotta get it back up and running because I didn't activate it today.
Right, and we would go on just to talk about anything. So if you guys want us to just start going on to just have general conversation about the supernatural going-ons in the world, we're more than happy to do that.
We'll start trying to schedule these more frequently.
Yeah, absolutely. William, the incoming home was worse because I slept. I still got home. That's weird. That's very strange. But see, I had an experience.
Light unseen, I agree. If I woke up a millionaire, man, I'd have so much equipment to go try to find these things.
Oh, and synchronicity, Chris. That synchronicity has been everywhere. Everything is. Let me tell you a little story. We were driving in the car. We were driving in the car. A rabbit ran out. I almost hit it. It was the middle of the night. Almost hit it. And my fiance says, "Oh, don't you hate that when the rabbit runs out and you end up hitting it?" And I was like, "No, I hate it even more when they run out, stare right at you while you're trying to swerve around them, and then they run straight towards your tire even while you're swerving, and you hit them." Not more than 10 seconds later, that happened. Synchronicity has been tearing my life apart.
Welcome back, William. So if you guys want it, we'll go live more often as long as we have some people to talk with us. We did some older live streams and they didn't.
Ooh, Sky Sounds, Byron. I'd love to do a video on that.
We did do some older live videos, but nobody was on to talk, so they didn't go so well.
Right, and today has gone really well because you guys have actually been chatting, and that's what we need.
So we'll try to schedule and give you an advance notice that we'll be on live. Depending on my work, it might be in the middle of the afternoon like this, or it may be later at night. It just depends on work. Again, if anybody's willing, we'll take you on Skype, and you can live chat with us through Skype.
Right, and you don't have to show your face. Nope. We can do just audio if you want.
On Skype. Because you don't want to look at us.
I would show my face, but Rick isn't pretty enough, apparently.
Nope.
Sky Sounds. Now, those we've had here. See, I haven't heard any Sky Sounds personally yet, but I've seen the videos, and they're pretty freaky.
If you want to contact us, you can get our email at blindbrik@gmail.com. Simple as that.
Yeah, and
it's BRIK.
We try to keep up on it. Sometimes when he's busy with work and I'm busy with stuff, we won't get to the email for a few days. And sometimes we'll miss phone calls and not be able to get back to people. So I know Lisa was in here earlier. We got to get back to our phone call with her. Yeah. We've been busy.
Kate, I did show my face in an earlier video. If you scroll down, it is still there.
You guys can see our faces.
I don't show my face because I'm ugly. That's the true, honest statement.
Just Kate, I just broke my mind. You are in on it with him.
We're definitely not in on it with him.
Would we be if he offered? No.
No. We're all about the truth.
We really are about the truth. One of those two doesn't like to show his face. Yeah, and it's not B.
Yeah, it's definitely
But
not.
you guys can go back and see our first live recording, and you can see Rick's face.
That's hidden behind a beard, but it's there somewhere.
Thanks, R. William.
We would appreciate your help, so go ahead and drop us an
Kate,
email.
don't believe you. Yes, you do, Kate. We had two here in Wichita. Ooh, in Wichita.
Did any of you check out that the video like we made last week about the thing falling from the sky?
Yeah, the object falling from the sky. Where when we zoomed in, we could obviously see jet thrusters, two of them. I mean, not obviously, they weren't obvious, but they looked a hell of a lot like thrusters.
Yeah, it's like turning your bass up all the way and just that vibration sound. Kumela, it's just kind of a joke. I'm real self-conscious and I have anxiety disorder, so I'm kind of shy and don't really like to show my face. It's nothing. I just don't like to.
Sorry, guys, I left the room. I'm not sure where the conversation's at now.
Kumela was saying it's sad that I don't show my face because I'm ugly.
He's not ugly though. He's a good-looking dude. I mean, not to be too, that way, but I mean, he's a good-looking dude.
All right, guys.
I think I'm prettier.
I think we're gonna have to shut this down. I'm very sorry about that, but I got to get around, get ready for work. The girlfriend's waiting outside for me.
William, we'll talk about the deal with that a little bit later because, like Rick said, he's got to get out of here. But just check out Synchronicity and the Mandela Effect.
We could use a spokesperson for TV. We'll just send you everything, and you just stand in front of a screen and read it, Chris.
Let's see if that would be as entertaining.
Yeah, right.
All right. Every night there's something really. Huh. Victor, I'd love to check some of these things out.
Yeah, Victor, if you can email us with more blindbrick@gmail.com.
Mike, thank you too.
Information. Thank you, Mike. Stay safe yourself.
It was a good combo.
We appreciate everybody coming in here. Melon, go ahead and email us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody email us, whether it's just a hey, how's it going? You guys are great. I hate you guys. I hope you burn in hell.
Yeah, whatever you want to say. We don't care. We like it all.
You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for staying in and
thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks for chatting. No more black screens. We will not do any more black screens, Kate. If we find anything interesting in our investigation videos, we will post it. I will lighten up the video so you can see more. I will work on it diligently so you don't get any more black screens. We'll have more videos coming down the pipe. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Brandon, you have anything to say?
No, I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the conversation. You guys are the reason we can keep talking and figuring out what we're doing.
We are going to be, it looks like we're going to be on a radio show this Saturday, and I'm not sure if you're able to tune in, but if you are, feel free to tune in.
Yeah, we'll be on 1490 AM Alabama radio.
Or Georgia, I'm not sure exactly.
No, it's Alabama.
Okay. Brandon was on there a couple weeks ago.
I was on there a couple weeks ago. We'll be doing the show again this Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep.
Talking about black-eyed kids.
Yep, we're going to be going over the experiment again, answering some questions. I might go into my theory more there because it's kind of a religious channel, apparently.
Yeah, well, it's a gospel station. But all
right, guys.
We don't talk gospel.
All right, guys. We're going to head out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks
and you guys be safe as well.
All right, and stay creepy.